So in the previous session, we have discussed about creating the new records inside your object through JavaScript with the help of uiRecord API by using create record method. Then how can we use this create record method to create a new record inside your object without using any Apex programming, just with the help of the JavaScript methods by using the built-in library uiRecord API, how to insert the record we have discussed. Now today we'll see how to query the records. Generally, in order to query the records from the Salesforce object, we have to use the help of SOQL queries. But SOQL queries will be part of Apex programming. SOQL queries will be executing inside the Salesforce server side, which will be having a server trip, But instead of using any SOQL queries, just with the help of the ready-made method through JavaScript, how to get the record details from the object, we'll see. So that here we are having a method called as GetRecord method. We have a method called as GetRecord method in uiRecord API. In uiRecord API, we have a method called as GetRecord method. So by using uiRecord API, we can fetch the record from the Salesforce object without using any SOQL queries, just with the help of the ready-made method GetRecord from uiRecord API, we can fetch the record details from the Salesforce object as well. Now, so while fetching the record details, we need to specify the record ID. Because in that object, you might be having so many records may be available. From those records, which record you would like to collect, which record data you want to collect, we need to specify that here. We have to specify which record data you would like to collect. We have to specify the record ID. Based on that record ID, we need to collect all the details of that record. And now in that case, you can raise the question. Sir, upon fetching the recorded data, do I need to specify any fields information? Like, for example, I want to fetch account record details. In account object, so many fields are available, like ID field, name field, rating, industry, annual revenue, all these things. So now in that case, so now do I need to specify the field names also? Yes, compulsorily. Upon fetching the data or upon fetching the record details from the object, we have to specify what field details you would like to collect. What field details you would like to collect, we need to specify here. We need to specify what record details we need to specify and what field details you would like to fetch. We need to specify all those information. That means we need to indicate the record ID also. We have to specify the field details also, what fields data you would like to collect. And then once you are done with passing these values, use the help of this get record method and we can collect the record details. We can represent the record details on your collecting component wherever you want. Now, then how can we do that here? What kind of steps we need to follow to achieve this functionality? Now let me explain. First one, as a step one, we have to import the get record method from uiRecord API. As a step one, we have to import get record method. We have to import get record method. we have to import GetRecord method here from the uiRecord API by using import statement. That is the step one. Second one, import the fields. What fields data you would like to collect from the record? We need to specify the field details also. Import fields. What field details you would like to fetch, we can able to import here. That is the second step. And as a step 3, we have to invoke GetRecord method. We have to invoke GetRecord method. We have to invoke GetRecord method in order to collect the data. And then whatever the result has been written by this GetRecord method, that data we can able to store into your JavaScript property or JavaScript function. Whatever the records written by this GetRecord method, those details we can collect and then we can able to represent them, we can store them inside the JavaScript property or JavaScript function. And from there we can show wherever you want. It's your choice. Depends upon the requirement, we can show them. These are the 3 simple steps are available. As a step 1, we have to import the GetRecord method by using import statement. As a step 2, we need to import the fields also. How to import the fields, I will show you one by one. And then we need to invoke that GetRecord method, which needs to be used to collect that required record details from the object. And then we can store them to the JavaScript property as the function. And from there, we can show wherever you want, depends upon your requirement. Let's see how can we do that. Let me give the note points first, then I will show you the step-by-step approach with practical. First one, by using uiRecord API, we can fetch the record details from the Salesforce object without using any SOQL queries. That is, by using JavaScript, methods, we can fetch the required record details from the object. While fetching the record details, we can specify the record ID and we can specify the list of fields to be get from the object. To get the records through JavaScript, uiRecord API provides GetRecord method. GetRecord method to fetch the records. from the object. Now let's see how can we do that. Implementation steps. As a step 1, import the GetRecord method from uiRecordApi inside the Lightning Web component by using import statement. By using import statement. Syntax. How can we do that? Okay, now let's see. Import get a record from Lightning uiRecord API. Lightning uiRecord API. So that here we are going to be importing this one first. This is a step 1. As a step 1, we have to import the GetRecord method from uiRecord API inside the Lightning Web component by using import statement. Second one, as a step 2. So upon fetching the record, what fields data you would like to fetch? We need to specify here. Import required field names to be get or to be fetched from the object by using import statement. What is the syntax here? We can specify. Let me give the syntax. We can specify the import field reference name from @Salesforce, and then we can specify schema slash, we can specify the object name slash dot field name. This is the syntax. Import field reference name from @Salesforce slash schema. Schema means what? Structure, objects. Go to these objects. In those objects, go to this respective object. In that object, we have a field called this is a field name. So we have to specify the object name dot field name. Suppose from the account object here, if you want to fetch the name field value, then how can we do that? We can now let me explain. Import. We are using that field name field. You can give any reference name, no problem here. From @Salesforce slash schema slash account dot name. That means if you want to get this name value, then just you can use this reference name field. And then I would like to specify import the rating field from @Salesforce slash schema slash account dot rating. Import, I would like to collect that industry field. Industry field from @Salesforce slash schema slash account dot industry. Like that, we can able to collect that here. Whatever the fields information you want to fetch, we can specify. So in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, if I'm writing like this in my object, I'm having 200 fields. Then in that case, 200 times I need to write this import statement? Yes. In that case, it will occupy more characters. For that one, we are having some shortcut mechanisms also. How can we do that? Okay, now let's see. Now I will be giving alternative mechanisms, or else the same we can able to write like this as well. Constant fields equals to, inside the array we can specify. Now in that case we can able to specify this information. Constant fields equals to, we can specify that account dot name, account dot rating, account dot industry, account dot annual revenue, account dot active status. Like that we can specify the field names like this also. This is another way. Each and every field name we have to specify object name dot field. This is the second approach. Or else I would like to show you one more approach. Suppose already somebody has written some piece of code there, they have imported these three fields, name, industry, rating, like this. Remaining fields, if you want to add some more, then in that case, we can use this approach also. Fields equals to, I would like to specify first one, name field, rating field, industry field, comma, remaining fields you can write like this also, like as account dot phone, account dot facts, account dot active underscore underscore c, like this also. That means what we are mixing over here. Now these three fields will be available as it is over here, and along with that we would like to collect this three more fields also we are adding additionally. Like this we can able to combine them. This is the second mechanism here. Any one of this way you can use. You can write all the field names like this also. You can write all the field names like this also, or you can mix these two also in this approach. Both the approaches are suitable. It's your choice. Next, third one, step 3. Step 3. What needs to be done? We need to invoke the GetRecord method, and then we can able to save that result inside your JavaScript property or function. From there, the rest of the story will be same. Now, in this case, let's see. Invoke the GetRecord method from the uiRecordApi by using while decorator and bind the results to a JavaScript property, or function. Now, syntax. At the rate wire, here we can specify get a record method. We need to specify that record ID. Record ID, here we can specify that string. So what is that record ID we need to specify over here? And then fields, what fields data you would like to collect, we can specify the fields information. Here we can able to specify string or string array, string array also here. Now, whatever the result returned by this particular one, okay, method, we are going to binding this to a JavaScript property or JavaScript function. JavaScript property name or JavaScript function name. And here we can able to have the two parameters, data, comma error. That's it. From there, we can show the data wherever you want. Now, here we are going to be using this where decorator, which will be invoking this JavaScript function, which will be passing the record ID and the fields as the parameters over here. The method will be getting executed. It will return the result in the form of a JavaScript property or JavaScript function. And then we can able to collect that actual results and then errors information also. That facility is available. Then how can we do that? Okay, now let's see practically. How can we collect the current record details from the account object? Then based on that record ID, we'll see with the practical use cases. Let's see how can we implement this functionality. So how can we implement this feature with a practical use case? Now, so let's take a small use case. How can we implement this feature? Design a lighting web component to get the current record details from the object by using GetRecord method and represent the record details on the component. Then, how can we do that? Okay, now let me show you with the practical use case. Let me create a new Lightning Web component. How can we do that? First of all, we need to collect that record ID and the object API name, what object data you would like to collect, what record details you would like to collect. We need to collect that record ID and the object API name. Properties. Let me go to my Lightning Web component. Let me create a new component. Get a record details component. Now, as a step one, first of all, we need to import that. Import get a record method from uiRecordApi. Get a record method from Lightning uiRecordApi. And then I would like to use the two properties here, two global properties. At the rate API record ID property, at the rate API object API name property. We are importing this in API namespace also. Based on this particular record ID, based on this object name, it needs to collect that recorded details over here. In that case, what fields data you would like to collect? Now I would like to collect this data from the account object here. Whatever the object name in which I'm placing this component, it will go to that record. It will collect that current record ID, current object API name. Based on that, it will fetch the recorded details over there. Now, let's see here. I want to import that respective fields information. I will show you both. Import name field from @Salesforce slash schema slash account dot name. Here it is populating the fields information. Name field. I would like to collect it. I want to collect the name field value over here so that I'm importing this field. Second one, I would like to import rating field in the industry field also. Import rating field @Salesforce slash schema slash account dot rating. Import industry field account dot industry. And then I would like to collect that information. Constant fields equals to, I would like to specify name field, rating field, industry field, account dot annual revenue, account dot phone, account dot fax, account dot type, account dot ownership, account dot website, and then I would like to specify. So it is collecting some more fields also. Account dot billing city, billing state, now account dot billing country, account dot SLA, account dot customer priority, account dot active status. Now these are the fields. I want to collect all this data here. Okay, I want to collect all this data. So now I would like to collect all this information over here. Now I am going to be importing this GetRecord method. I'm going to be importing these three fields also. Along with these three fields, I would like to collect remaining fields also from the object over here. Now then I would like to invoke this method. How to invoke this method? Then we can able to collect it. Now we invoke this method. Invoke the method. Then how can we do that? @while. Inside that we have to use GetRecord method. So now here we are going to passing the record ID. Record ID will be, I would like to collect the current record ID here. I'm using that symbol, dollar symbol, record ID, comma fields. I'm indicating fields. Now, I would like to specify the while function over here. Whatever the results written by this particular method, I would like to store inside that while function. Now, here it is indicating this syntax also. completely we can able to specify here. Get the record method. Now we are passing the record ID. Here for this one, we are passing the record ID over here. This is a global parameter here, record ID parameter. Fields, we are passing this the fields information. Void function with the data comma errors. Now, in that case here, if data, okay, if data, we can collect the data. If it is errors, we can able to collect this errors information also inside this. Now, whenever we are using this while decorator, we have to use that while namespace inside this JavaScript file. While, okay, while namespace. Now, in this case here, if data, it will be showing that information. Now, else if errors, else if error. I would like to write that message over here. Then how can we do that? Now, let's see. Now, if it is data, then we can able to represent the data over here. This data I would like to store into my JavaScript property. I'm using @track account record. I'm using this track namespace also. I'm defining a track namespace here, account record. In this account record, I would like to store the data. Account record equals to data. Now from there, we can collect each and every field. How can we collect the field data? Okay, now let me show you. So each and every field value. Account record dot, we can name, we need to collect that. So I would like to store this whole data inside the variables. I'm preparing separate variables. These variable values I want to show on my lighting component here. Define the properties to hold the record values to show on the component. Now here I'm indicating ACC name. ACC rating. Annual revenue. ACC type. Form. Ownership. Facts. ACC website. And then I would like to specify billing city, billing state, billing country, ACC customer priority, SLA, ACC active status. Now, so now we have defined these properties. In these properties, I would like to store the values. Because if I'm storing this record details in these properties, then we can show the data wherever I want. Now, in that case, I would like to specify this information. ACC name equals to, I would like to specify this dot account record dot. I would like to collect that name dot value. So I would like to go to this current record. I will go to the name field. I would like to correct that value. I'm storing this remaining field values. ACC rating. Account record dot rating dot value. This dot ACC industry equals to this dot industry dot value. Now I'm going to be collecting this data type. Each and every field value I'm collecting from the record. Account record dot. I'm going to be collecting this type dot value. ACC ownership. This dot ownership dot value. This dot ACC phone. Account record dot phone dot value. Fax. Fax field value. Website. Website dot value. Now ACC billing city. Billing state. Now here I'm representing these values. Here we need to specify the fields information also. Fields dot. In this current account record, I'm collecting the fields information, that field name dot value. Now this dot account record dot fields dot customer priority value. Now the last one here, we are having this active status field. So for that reason here, we are going to be writing the last field also. This dot active status field. Account record dot fields dot value. So we are collecting this each and every field value. These values were storing inside my variables. And then if there is any errors are available, we can able to represent the errors information also. Console.log errors occurred. We'll fetching the recorded details. JSON dot stringify. I would like to show the error. Now we are collecting this each and every field value. We are storing this field values inside my variables. Once the values are available here, then you can show in your lighting web component wherever you want by using lighting card also. Lighting input field also, wherever you want, you can show that. It's your choice. Depends upon the business requirement, we can able to do that. Now let me save this code. My code has been saved and deployed to my Salesforce arc. Now I would like to go to my template file. I would like to show the details. Now I'm using a lighting card. Lighting card. Here I'm giving the title equals to account record details, standard account icon. Now I would like to show the recorded details over here. Now I want to indicate. So now I want to show the record information over here. I would like to use the table. In the table, we can able to show the record values also, whatever you want. Depends upon your requirement here. Now I would like to show account record ID is. Here we can able to show that ID. Record ID. Account record name is we need to specify that ACC name. Rating value is ACC rating. Industry name is ACC industry. Annual revenue is ACC annual revenue. So now these are the variables. In these variables, whatever the values we have stored, all the values I'm representing over here. Now, account type is ACC type. Account ownership. Contact number is fax number is and then I would like to specify the website name. Website. And I would like to specify Building city. Building city. Building state is building country is ESLA. Customer priority value. Active status. That's it. These are the values which I would like to represent. So now I would like to collect the recorded details, the current recorded details I would like to collect. Those recorded details I would like to represent on my Lightning Web Component. So now I'm getting the recorded data without using any SOQL query, without using any Apex programming, through JavaScript itself with the help of GetRecord method. I'm collecting all the details over here. Now let me expose the component. Is exposed equals to true, and then I'm adding the targets. Record page. I would like to show this component on the record page so that we can see the detailed information of the record. Now let me go to my default arg. Now I would like to place this component over here itself so that I can able to show the details as well. Let me place this component, edit page. I want to show that component here itself. How can we do? Let's see. Here we are having get a record details component. Let me place this component here. Let's save this. Activation. I want to make it visible for few applications over here. Already few applications are selected. Yes, I would like to continue with that. Go back. Now here we can see the recorded details. Whatever the details you have entered, those details will be getting visible. Annual revenue value is not visible here. Let's see why the annual revenue value is not represented. Let's see. Annual revenue is not visible. Type is empty. Okay, fine. Billing city, billing state. These are also empty. That's what it is not showing. Okay, fine. Now, let's open any one of that another record to see the content. So Ganesh Kumar. Ganesh Kumar recorded details are visible, everything. Only annual revenue it is showing, it is not showing that value. Let me check it out. What is the issue? Now annual revenue. See here we haven't collected the annual revenue value. That is a problem. After the industry, I would like to collect this dot ACC annual revenue equals to this dot account record dot fields dot annual revenue dot value. That's it. Now, after that, just you can refresh that screen. It will be representing. Sometimes if the browser cache is not yet cleared out, it will take some time to refresh that here. So till then we have to wait or else you have to re-log in. You can see the complete details as well. So now suppose for example in future, if you're changing the rating value here, automatically that will be reflecting here as well. The same thing will be reflected here also. For example, I'm changing this rating value from hot to warm. Now here also the value has been reflected here. I'm changing this phone number, fax number value. Instead of this one, I would like to show all our sevens. I'm updating this value. Now, once you click on save, that will be reflecting here also. So that if you make the changes at one place, that will be reflecting in all the other places also. So this is how we can collect the current record detailed information. What fields data that you want, we can able to query that by using the help of GetRecord method. This is how we are using the help of this uiRecord API to fetch the data from the object without using any SOQL queries. Without using any SOQL queries, we can able to fetch the details directly over here. This is a functionality of uiRecord API. And then we have two more features are available here, small features. We can lifecycle hooks, and then we are having custom events. From child to parent, how to pass the data, we'll see the custom events in tomorrow's session. So by tomorrow, we'll be completing the Lightning Web Components as well. So tomorrow will be the last session for us so that we can complete all these functionalities. So from there onwards, I will share one sample resume. I will be sharing interview questions also on the LWC so that we can able to go through them and then we can attend the interviews. Thank you all. Thanks for your time.